In the vast expanse of the Milky Way, a new player had emerged on the galactic stage. Humanity, barely a century into its interstellar journey, had finally made contact with the Grand Galactic Council. The Council, a gathering of the most advanced civilizations in the known universe, had existed for millennia. Its members boasted of empires spanning thousands of star systems, fleets of planet-sized ships, and technology that seemed like magic to less advanced races. On this fateful day, the human delegation stood before the council, their eyes wide with wonder and determination. Captain Sarah Chen, leader of the Earth's first diplomatic mission, stepped forward. Her small frame seemed almost comical next to the towering aliens around her, but her voice rang clear and confident through the grand chamber. Esteemed members of the Galactic Council, she began, we come in peace and friendship, eager to join your ranks and contribute to the greater good of our shared galaxy. A ripple of barely concealed laughter spread through the assembly. The Zordlaxians, a race of crystalline beings, glittered with amusement. The gaseous Cloudians swirled in what could only be interpreted as derisive chuckles. High Counselor Xanthor, a being of pure energy contained within an ornate suit of armor, leaned forward. His voice boomed through the chamber, a mixture of curiosity and condescension. And what, pray tell, do you bring to our illustrious council, humans? What marvels has your young race achieved? Captain Chen smiled, undeterred. We bring innovation, adaptability, and a fleet ready to assist in keeping peace across the stars. This time, the laughter was open and loud. A holographic display flickered to life, showing the entirety of Earth's space fleet. A mere 50 ships, the largest no bigger than a small asteroid. You call this a fleet? Bellowed Kraxon the Mighty, representative of the warrior Gronk species. His tentacles waved in mirth. We use larger vessels to transport our pets. Chen's smile never wavered. Size isn't everything, Counselor. We believe our ships and crew can hold their own against any threat. The Arcturian ambassador, a being of pure mathematics, chimed in. Our calculations show your technology is at least 3 centuries behind the galactic average. Your weapons would barely scratch the paint on a standard freighter, let alone a warship. The council chamber buzzed with amusement and dismissive comments. Humans were labeled as adorable, their ambitions quaint. Some counselors even suggested keeping them as a sort of galactic mascot, a reminder of how far the advanced races had come. Through it all, Captain Chen and her team stood tall. They had expected this reception. Earth's leaders had prepared them for the scorn, the disbelief. But they also knew something the Council didn't. Humanity's true strengths lay not in the size of their ships or the power of their weapons, but in their ingenuity, their ability to think outside the box, and their indomitable spirit. As the laughter died down, High Counselor Xanthor raised a glowing hand for silence. Well, humans, your audacity is admirable. Perhaps we can find some minor role for you within our grand alliance. After all, even the smallest cog has its place in the great machine of the universe. Captain Chen bowed slightly, that enigmatic smile still playing on her lips. We thank you for your generosity, High Counselor. We look forward to showing you exactly what humanity is capable of. As the human delegation was escorted out of the chamber, whispers and chuckles followed in their wake. The mighty races of the galaxy had no idea that they had just welcomed a force that would soon turn their world upside down. For now, humanity was content to be underestimated. Their time would come, and when it did, the galaxy would never be the same. Little did the Council know, Earth's fleet was more than met the eye. Hidden beneath unassuming exteriors lay innovations that would shock the galactic community. But that was a revelation for another day. For now, humanity would watch, learn, and prepare. The stars had no idea what was coming. Weeks passed since humanity's introduction to the Galactic Council. The initial amusement at Earth's tiny fleet had faded into a patronizing tolerance. The mighty races of the galaxy had assigned humans the most menial tasks, believing it was all they were capable of handling. Captain Sarah Chen stood on the bridge of the EA's Curiosity, Earth's flagship. Despite its small size, the ship bristled with hidden technologies that would make even the most advanced council races green with envy. Chen smiled to herself, remembering the condescending looks they had received. If only they knew. Captain, her first officer, Commander Raj Patel, called out, "We're receiving a distress signal from a nearby system." Chen's eyebrows rose. "Put it through, Commander." A holographic screen flickered to life, showing a panicked Zorblaxian. Its crystalline structure pulsed with fear. "This is Trade Outpost Zeta 9. We're under attack by pirates. Our defenses are failing. Any ships in range, please assist." Chen's eyes narrowed. Zeta 9 was supposed to be protected by a Gronk battle cruiser. Where was it? "Sir," Patil interjected, "the nearest council ship is 3 hours away at maximum speed. We could reach them in 20 minutes. A moment of silence fell over the bridge. This was their chance to prove themselves. But it was also incredibly risky. The pirates likely had superior firepower. Chen's lips curled into a determined smile. "Well, crew, looks like it's time to show the galaxy what humans are made of. Set course for Zeta 9, maximum speed." The Curiosity streaked through space, its engines pushing far beyond what the Council believed possible for a ship its size. As they approached Zeta 9, they saw the devastation. 3 massive pirate ships surrounded the small outpost, their weapons tearing through its defenses. "Where's the Gronk ship?" Chen demanded. Patil's fingers danced over his console. "Found it, Captain. It's hiding behind the planet's moon." Chen's face hardened. "Cowards. Hail the pirate ships." The lead pirate, a scared Arcturian, appeared on screen. He laughed when he saw Chen. "A human ship. Run along, little ones. This is no place for toys. This is your only warning." Chen replied calmly. "Leave now, or face the consequences." The pirate's laughter grew louder. "Oh, this is rich. The tiny human ship is threatening us. Boys, let's show them what real firepower looks like." All 3 pirate ships turned their attention to the Curiosity, unleashing a barrage that should have vaporized the small Earth vessel. But to everyone's shock, the shots passed harmlessly through the ship. "Holographic decoy engaged, Captain," Patil reported with a grin. "They're firing at our ghost." Chen nodded. "Excellent. Deploy the EMPs." Suddenly, 3 small devices detached from the Curiosity, speeding towards the pirate ships. Before the pirates could react, the EMPs detonated, sending waves of energy that fried their systems. The massive ships went dark, floating helplessly in space. The bridge of the Curiosity erupted in cheers. Chen allowed herself a small smile before opening a channel to the outpost. "Zeta 9, this is Captain Chen of the EA's Curiosity. The threat has been neutralized. Are you in need of medical assistance?" The same Zorblaxian appeared, his crystalline form shimmering with disbelief. "How? Your tiny ship. It's impossible." "Nothing's impossible for humans," Chen replied. "We'll stick around until the council ships arrive. Curiosity out." As Chen ended the transmission, she saw a new alert on her screen. The Gronk battle cruiser was finally emerging from behind the moon, no doubt ready to claim credit for the rescue. "Should we hail them, Captain?" Patil asked, a mischievous glint in his eye. Chen leaned back in her chair, a satisfied smirk playing on her lips. "No need, Commander. I think our actions have spoken loud enough. Let's see how the Council explains this one." As the Curiosity's crew began rescue operations, news of their incredible feats spread across subspace channels. The tiny human fleet had just made its first big wave in the galaxy, and it was only the beginning. The news of the Curiosity's triumph spread like wildfire across the galaxy. The Galactic Council chamber buzzed with shocked whispers and heated debates. How could a single tiny human ship defeat 3 pirate vessels that even a Gronk battle cruiser feared to engage? High Counselor Xanthor called for order, his energy form flickering with agitation. "We must address this. unexpected turn of events, he announced. Captain Chen of Earth, step forward. Sarah Chen stood tall before the council, her face a mask of calm professionalism. But inside, she felt a mix of pride and apprehension. This was the moment that would define humanity's place in the galactic community. Explain yourself, Xanthor demanded. How did your primitive vessel manage such a feat? Chen's eyes scanned the room, noting the mixture of curiosity, suspicion, and grudging respect on alien faces. Counselors, what you witnessed was merely a demonstration of human ingenuity. Our ships may be small, but they are far from primitive. The Arcturian ambassador's mathematical form pulsed skeptically. Impossible. Our calculations were based on incomplete data, Chen interrupted smoothly. We chose not to reveal the full extent of our capabilities initially. After all, in our short history of space exploration, we've learned that the galaxy can be a dangerous place for newcomers. A murmur rippled through the chamber. The Zorblaxian representative's crystalline structure vibrated with indignation. You deceived us. Not at all, Chen countered. We simply waited for the right moment to show what we can do. And it seems that moment came just in time to save one of your outposts. Kraxon the Mighty, the Gronk representative, slammed a tentacle on his podium. Bah, one lucky victory means nothing. Your tiny fleet is still no match for our armas. Chen's lips curled into a slight smile. Perhaps a demonstration is in order then. We would be happy to participate in joint military exercises. That is, if you're not afraid of being shown up by our tiny fleet again. The chamber erupted in a cacophony of alien voices. Some demanded immediate action against the deceptive humans, while others called for further investigation into Earth's technology. A few, impressed by the humans' cunning, even suggested elevating their status within the council. High Counselor Xanthor raised his hands for silence. When the noise died down, he fixed his gaze on Chen. Very well, Captain. Your proposal for joint exercises is accepted. But know this. If we detect any hint of further deception or threat to this council, the consequences will be severe. Chen nodded solemnly. Understood, High Counselor. We look forward to working alongside our galactic neighbors. Together, we can create a safer universe for all. As the council session adjourned, Chen and her team were approached by various alien representatives. Some offered cautious congratulations, others thinly veiled threats. But it was the Enigma, a race of shadowy beings known for their neutrality and vast intelligence network, that truly caught Chen's attention. The Enigma envoy whispered in a voice like rustling leaves. Clever humans, playing the long game. But beware, young ones. You've drawn the attention of powers beyond your understanding. The true test is yet to come. Before Chen could respond, the Enigma melted away into the shadows, leaving her with a chill down her spine, despite the warmth of their victory. As the human delegation prepared to return to their ships, Chen couldn't shake off a feeling of unease. They had won a significant battle today, elevating humanity's status in the galaxy. But she knew this was just the beginning. The real challenges lay ahead, and the stakes were higher than ever. Looking out at the star-filled sky from the council station's viewport, Chen whispered to herself, Well, Earth, we wanted to make a splash in the galactic community. Looks like we've created a tidal wave instead. I hope we're ready for what comes next. The tiny human fleet had proven its worth, but the game of galactic politics was just beginning. And in this cosmic chess match, humanity was no longer just a pawn. They had become a player to be reckoned with. The day of the joint military exercise had arrived. The human fleet, still tiny compared to the massive armadas of other species, hovered at the edge of an uninhabited star system. Facing them was an impressive array of ships from various council races, each eager to put the upstart humans in their place. Captain Sarah Chen stood on the bridge of the EA's Curiosity, her eyes scanning the tactical display. The council had assembled a force that outnumbered the humans 10-1. It was meant to be an overwhelming show of force, a reminder of humanity's proper place in the galactic hierarchy. "All ships reporting ready, Captain," Commander Raj Patel announced, his voice steady despite the tension. Chen nodded, a small smile playing on her lips. "Let's show them what humanity can do. Initiate Operation Trojan Horse." Across the human fleet, hidden systems whirred to life. To the watching council ships, it appeared as if the tiny human vessels were powering up conventional weapons. In reality, something far more impressive was about to unfold. The exercise began with a simulated attack from the council forces. Beams of light representing weapon fire crisscrossed space, all aimed at the seemingly vulnerable human ships. But instead of registering hits, the council gunners watched in disbelief as their targets shimmered and multiplied. "What trickery is this?" bellowed Kraxon the Mighty from his flagship. Where there had been 50 human ships, now there appeared to be 500. High Counselor Xanthor's voice crackled over the comm. "Explain yourselves, humans." Chen's calm reply came swiftly. "Just a little human innovation, Counselor. We call it the holographic fleet multiplier. Quite useful for evening the odds, don't you think?" Before the council forces could regroup, the human fleet sprang into action. Ships that had seemed slow and clumsy now moved with incredible agility, darting between the larger alien vessels. Simulated weapon fire from the humans struck with pinpoint accuracy, disabling council ships with remarkable efficiency. "Impossible," cried the Arcturian commander. "Their targeting systems can't be that precise." But it wasn't just precision that gave the humans their edge. As the exercise progressed, the council forces found their communications jammed, their sensors scrambled. The tiny human ships seemed to anticipate their every move. In the chaos, no one noticed a small, sleek vessel detach from the Curiosity. It slipped silently through the battlefield, approaching the Gronk flagship undetected. Only when it was too late did Kraxon realize the humans had boarded his ship, effectively taking control in a daring simulated raid. Within an hour, the exercise was over. The mighty Council Armada had been thoroughly outmaneuvered and defeated by the very fleet they had mocked as insignificant. As the simulated battle concluded, stunned silence fell over the comm channels. Chen broke it with a respectful but firm message. "We thank the Council for this opportunity to demonstrate our capabilities. We hope this exercise has fostered a new understanding between us." In the aftermath, the Council ships regrouped, their commanders huddled in urgent discussions. The humans had not just held their own. They had dominated the exercise with technology that seemed centuries ahead of expectations. Back on the Curiosity, Shen's crew celebrated their victory, but the captain herself remained thoughtful. "Well done, everyone," she said, "but remember, this was just an exercise. The real challenges are yet to come." As if on cue, a priority message flashed on her screen. It was from Earth Command, marked urgent. Chen's eyes widened as she read its contents. "Captain," Patil inquired, noting her expression, "is everything all right?" Chen took a deep breath before addressing her crew. "It seems our little demonstration has stirred up more than we anticipated. We're being recalled to Earth immediately. There's a situation developing that requires our immediate attention." As the human fleet prepared to depart, leaving behind a shocked and humbled council force, Chen couldn't shake a feeling of foreboding. They had proven humanity's worth to the galaxy, but at what cost? What new dangers had they awakened? The tiny fleet that no one had taken seriously was now at the center of a galactic storm. And as they set course for home, Captain Sarah Chen knew that their greatest test was still to come. The EA's Curiosity dropped out of hyperspace near Earth, leading the human fleet home. Captain Sarah Chen's face was grim as she stared at the view screen. What she saw made her blood run cold. A massive alien ship, unlike any they had encountered before, loomed over Earth. It was easily the size of a small moon, its surface riddled with what looked like city-sized weapons. Surrounding it were hundreds of smaller craft, forming a blockade around the planet. "Status report," Chen barked, her calm exterior masking her inner turmoil. Commander Patel's fingers flew over his console. The alien ship is not in our database, Captain. It's not from any known council race. Earth's defenses are holding, but they're under heavy strain. Chen opened a channel to Earth Command. Admiral Zhang's hologram appeared, his face etched with worry. Captain Chen, thank God you're here. We're facing an unknown threat. They call themselves the Harvesters. They appeared out of nowhere, demanding we surrender our planet or face annihilation. What do they want? Chen asked, her mind already racing through possible strategies. Resources, mostly, Zhang replied, but also us. They see humans as a delicacy to be consumed. They'd done this to countless worlds before. A chill ran down Chen's spine. This was why the Enigma had warned them. They had drawn the attention of a predator that saw the galaxy as its feeding ground. Admiral, we need to coordinate our defense, Chen said. What's the status of our new technologies? Zhang's hologram flickered. We've managed to adapt some of our ships with the innovations from the Curiosity, but we're outnumbered and outgunned. We need a miracle, Chen. Chen's eyes narrowed. Then let's make one. Here's what we're going to do. Over the next hour, Chen laid out a daring plan. It was risky, borderline insane, but it was their only hope. The human fleet would use their holographic multiplier technology to create the illusion of a massive armada. Meanwhile, a small team led by Chen herself would infiltrate the Harvester mothership using their advanced stealth technology. As the plan was set in motion, Chen addressed her crew one last time. I won't lie to you. This mission is dangerous, perhaps even suicidal. But Earth is counting on us. The galaxy is counting on us. We've shown them what humanity can do. Now it's time to prove it wasn't a fluke. The battle began with a spectacular light show. Thousands of holographic human ships appeared to wink into existence around Earth, confusing the Harvester sensors. In the chaos, the Curiosity, cloaked and silent, slipped past the blockade. Using technology reverse-engineered from their encounter with the Enigma, Chen and her team boarded the Harvester mothership undetected. They made their way through cavernous halls filled with alien technology beyond their wildest dreams. Our goal is their central computer, Chen whispered as they crept along. If we can upload our virus, we can shut down their entire fleet. But as they neared their target, disaster struck. An alarm blared, and massive doors began to close around them. They had been detected. Run, Chen yelled, sprinting towards the central computer hub. Her team scattered, drawing fire from the Harvester guards to give her a chance. Chen reached the computer terminal, her fingers flying over the alien interface. The virus upload began, but it was taking too long. Harvester troops were closing in from all sides. Just as it seemed all hope was lost, a familiar shadowy figure materialized beside her. The Enigma envoy. You have proven yourselves worthy, humans, it whispered. Allow us to assist. With a wave of its shadowy appendage, the Enigma accelerated the virus upload. Lights flickered throughout the mothership as systems began to fail. Chen turned to thank the Enigma, but it had already vanished. There was no time to ponder this unexpected alliance. All teams, back to the ship, she ordered. We're leaving. As the Curiosity detached from the dying mothership, Chen watched in awe as the massive Harvester fleet went dark, drifting helplessly in space. Earth was saved. Humanity had faced its greatest threat and emerged victorious. But as Chen looked out at the stars, she knew this was only the beginning. The galaxy now knew what humans were capable of, for better or worse. The tiny fleet that was once mocked had just saved the galaxy, and the adventure was far from over. In the days following the defeat of the Harvesters, Earth became the center of galactic attention. The Galactic Council, once dismissive of humanity, now regarded them with a mixture of awe and wariness. Captain Sarah Chen found herself thrust into the spotlight as the hero who had saved not just Earth, but potentially the entire galaxy from a terrifying threat. As the Curiosity docked at the newly constructed orbital diplomatic station, Chen couldn't help but marvel at how quickly things had changed. The station bustled with activity, representatives from every council race eager to meet with the humans who had accomplished the impossible. "Captain Chen," a melodious voice called out. Chen turned to see High Counselor Xanthor approaching, his energy form shimmering with what seemed like respect. "On behalf of the Galactic Council, I must extend our deepest gratitude and our apologies." Chen raised an eyebrow. "Apologies, Counselor." Xanthor's form flickered, a sign of embarrassment. "We gravely underestimated your species. Your ingenuity in the face of overwhelming odds is commendable. The Council wishes to offer humanity full membership, effective immediately." It was an unprecedented move. Never before had a species been offered full membership so quickly. Chen knew this was a pivotal moment for Earth's future in the galactic community. "We appreciate the offer, Counselor," Chen replied carefully. "But recent events have shown us that the galaxy is full of surprises. Before we accept, we need assurances." Xanthor seemed taken aback. "Assurances? After all that's happened, you still don't trust us?" Chen's expression remained neutral. "Trust is earned, Counselor. We've proven our worth. Now we need to know that the Council is truly committed to mutual cooperation and defense. The Harvesters may be defeated, but who knows what other threats lurk in the darkness between stars." As if on cue, an alarm blared through the station. Emergency lights flashed, and a computerized voice announced, "Unknown spatial anomaly detected. All personnel to battle stations." Chen and Xanthor rushed to the command center. The main view screen showed a massive swirling vortex forming near the edge of the solar system. "What is that?" Xanthor asked, his usual composure shaken. Before anyone could answer, a transmission cut through the chaos. A familiar shadowy figure materialized on the screen. The Enigma envoy. "Brave humans, wise council members," the Enigma's voice rustled. "The defeat of the Harvesters was but a prelude. A greater threat approaches, one that has been watching from the shadows, waiting for its moment to strike." The vortex pulsed, and through it emerged ships of a design that defied comprehension. They seemed to shift and change as Chen watched, adapting to space around them. "The shapeshifters," the Enigma continued. "A race so advanced, they can alter reality itself. They seek to remake the galaxy in their image, erasing all other life forms in the process." Panic erupted in the command center. Council members argued, some calling for immediate retreat, others for a full-scale attack. But Chen's voice cut through the noise. "Enough," she shouted, her tone commanding respect. "This is exactly what these shapeshifters want. Division, chaos. We didn't defeat the Harvesters by falling apart. We did it by standing together." Chen turned to Xanthor. "You ask about trust, Counselor. Well, here's your chance to earn it. Will the Council stand with humanity against this threat? Will you share your advanced technologies as we share ours?" Xanthor was silent for a moment, then nodded solemnly. "You're right, Captain. The time for old prejudices is past. The Council will stand with Earth." As if to underscore the gravity of the moment, the Enigma envoy spoke again. "The fate of all rests on this alliance. But know this, the key to victory lies not in technology alone, but in the unique adaptability of the human spirit." Chen looked out at the approaching shapeshifter fleet, then back at the united faces of humans and aliens in the command center. A small smile played on her lips. "Well then," she said, her voice filled with determination. "Let's show these shapeshifters what happens when you threaten a united galaxy." As battle plans were quickly formed, mixing human ingenuity with alien technology, Chen knew that the greatest challenge of their lives lay ahead. But for the first time, they would face it not as separate races, but as one galactic family. The stage was set for an epic confrontation that would determine the fate of all life in the galaxy, and at the center of it all stood humanity, the once mocked species that now held the key to salvation. The United Galactic Fleet faced the shapeshifters in a battle that would be remembered for eons. Captain Sarah Chen stood on the bridge of the EA's Curiosity, now the command ship for this unprecedented alliance. Around her, the most brilliant minds from every council race worked in harmony, their differences set aside in the face of annihilation. Shapeshifter ships approaching, Commander Patil announced, his voice tense. They're changing form, adapting to our weapons in real time. Chen nodded grimly. Just as we expected. Initiate Operation Chameleon. Across the fleet, ships began to shimmer and change. The holographic multiplier technology, combined with advanced alien cloaking devices, created a dizzying array of false targets. The shapeshifters, for all their adaptability, found themselves confused and disoriented. But the advantage was short-lived. The shapeshifters quickly adjusted, their ships morphing into monstrous forms that defied the laws of physics. Energy beams that bent around obstacles, weapons that seemed to ignore shields. The united fleet was being pushed back. We can't hold out much longer. Vizanthor's voice crackled over the comm. Captain Chen, if you have a plan, now would be the time. Chen's eyes narrowed. We do have a plan. But it's risky. We need to get to the Shapeshifter's command ship. Using the chaos of battle as cover, the Curiosity slipped through the enemy lines. Chen led a small, diverse team, a mix of humans and aliens, each chosen for their unique skills. Their mission: to infiltrate the Shapeshifter command ship and deploy a weapon that the Enigma had helped them develop. As they boarded the alien vessel, reality itself seemed to warp around them. Corridors shifted, gravity fluctuated, and nightmarish creatures lurked in every shadow. But the team pressed on, their determination unwavering. Finally, they reached the core of the ship. There, they faced the Shapeshifter leader, a being of pure energy, constantly changing form. Foolish creatures, it spoke in a voice that seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere. Why do you resist? We offer perfection, the ability to be anything and everything. Chen stepped forward, her voice steady. We resist because our imperfections, our differences, are what make us strong. We don't need to be everything. We just need to be ourselves. With those words, she activated the device. It didn't attack the shapeshifters directly. Instead, it emitted a field that stabilized reality around it, preventing the shapeshifters from changing form. The effect rippled out across space. Shapeshifter ships froze mid-transformation, becoming easy targets for the United Fleet. On the command ship, the shapeshifter leader writhed, its form solidifying into a singular shape for the first time in eons. What have you done? It gasped. Chen's expression was a mixture of pity and resolve. We've given you the gift of constancy. Maybe now you'll learn the value of being true to one form, oneself. As the battle outside turned in favor of the United Fleet, Chen and her team secured the shapeshifter leader. The war was over almost as quickly as it had begun. In the aftermath, the galaxy entered a new era of peace and cooperation. The shapeshifters, stripped of their ability to change form at will, were given a chance to integrate into galactic society as equals, not conquerors. Humanity, once mocked for their tiny fleet and perceived backwardness, now stood as respected leaders in the galactic community. Their adaptability, creativity, and unwavering spirit had saved not just their world, but all worlds. As Captain Sarah Chen looked out at the stars from the newly established Galactic Peace Center on Earth, she couldn't help but smile. The galaxy had thrown its worst at humanity, and humanity had responded by bringing out the best in the galaxy. Captain, Commander Patil approached, a twinkle in his eye. The Council is requesting your presence. Something about a new unexplored sector of space. Chen grinned. The adventure, it seemed, was far from over. But whatever challenges lay ahead, she knew that they would face them together, humans and aliens, united in their wonderful diversity. As she headed to the council chamber, Chen chuckled to herself. From a mocked tiny fleet to the saviors of the galaxy, it had been quite a journey. And the best was yet to come.